I'll never forget the sound of her voice. My little girl, just 7 years old, clutching that dirty lump of coal in her tiny hands, looked up at me and whispered, "Daddy, why am I bad?" My father sat there in a sagging red Santa suit, the beard hanging crooked, his eyes lit up with cruelty. He shoved a bag into her lap filled with trash, wrappers, empty bottles, scraps from the kitchen, and sneered, "Santa only brings garbage to liars and brats." My mother clapped her hands, my sister laughed. They all joined in as if humiliating a child was part of the holiday tradition. And I just stood there, frozen, burning inside. I didn't yell, I didn't beg. I memorized every smirk, every word, because deep down I knew exactly what I would do. It wasn't always this way. When I was a kid, I thought Christmas at our house was magical. My dad's booming laugh, my mom's careful cooking, my sister tearing into her gifts. It all looked like love. But as I got older, I saw the cracks. Their laughter was sharp, always at someone else's expense. Their affection had strings attached. Their kindness was nothing but a tool. When my daughter was born, I swore she would never feel that kind of cruelty. But that night, they made me break my promise. On the drive home, she sat in the back seat, quiet tears rolling down her cheeks. I didn't comfort her with lies. I told her one truth. They thought it was funny, but they don't understand yet. They will. She looked at me in the mirror, unsure. "You'll see," I told her. "We'll make sure they never forget. Revenge isn't rage, it's precision." Step 1, the videos. They were arrogant enough to record it. My sister had her phone out the whole time, capturing the cruel Santa prank. She even uploaded a clip with the caption, "When Santa gives the naughty kid coal." I saved it before she could delete it, every second. My dad's nasty grin, my daughter's Treyas, embling lip. My mom clapping like it was a circus act. Evidence. Step 2, the packaging. I cut the clip, cleaned it up, added subtitles so nobody could miss a single word. Then I wrapped it like a gift. I sent it to every relative, uncles, aunts, cousins. I sent it to the church group my parents bragged about. I sent it to the neighborhood association that still thought my family was respectable. And I never signed my name. The truth stood on its own. Step 3, silence. When their phones started blowing up, when the messages poured in, when the whispers spread, I stayed quiet. I let them stew in it. For 2 weeks I didn't hear a word from them, but I sure heard plenty about them. They lost their volunteer spots at church. My dad was pushed off the community board. Parents at my niece's school kept their distance from my sister, whispering about the family that bullies children. Their world grew smaller and smaller, and all the while, I kept my silence. The call finally came on a Thursday night. My mom's voice was high-pitched, hysterical. "Why would you do this? You've ruined us!" she screamed. I let her rant until she was breathless. Then I answered, calm and steady, "I didn't ruin you. You did." My sister snatched the phone, shrieking, "It was just a joke!" I almost laughed. So was sending it out. Then my father came on the line, his voice rough, shaking with anger he couldn't hide. "You think you're better than us? You'll regret this." That's when I finally said the words I'd been saving. "No, you regret it. She's 7 years old, and you made her believe she wasn't worthy of love. That stain never fades." The other end went silent, heavy, empty, and then I hung up. The real confrontation wasn't with them, it was with myself. Because deep down, part of me had always wanted to believe they could change. That if I explained enough, forgave enough, maybe they'd finally be a real family. But the truth was simple. They enjoyed cruelty more than love. And that's not something you fix. 2 weeks after Christmas, they weren't the ones laughing anymore. They were the ones branded. Not my daughter, never her, them. A family disgrace, community outcasts, a cruel joke that stopped being funny. Now, when I watch my daughter open her real gift, the one I kept hidden until the night was over, I see her face light up with a smile that stretches wide. No shadows in her eyes, because she knows the truth too. We don't let people like that decide our worth. We don't beg for their scraps of kindness. We remind them what cruelty costs. And sometimes, the sweetest gift of all is hearing their own screams echo back at them. They wanted her to believe she was too bad for presents, but instead, they unwrapped the truth about themselves, and I don't regret a single bow I tied on